Hi guys. Today we had a very special guest.
Hi,
Paul.
everybody.
Thank you for having here. One question.
Yeah,
How do you deal with Filipino time?
it's infuriating at first
Mm.
because as an American, we're used to deadlines, schedules. You know, if you don't make it to the meeting on time, you're in trouble. If you don't make it to work on time, you're in trouble. If you don't get home 5 minutes after you get off of work, you're in trouble with the wife.
With your wife, huh? Even your wife. Wow.
Oh man, that's why I moved here. However, I have a philosophy about the Philippines, and that is I didn't move here to change it. I moved here for the Philippines to change me.
Nice.
And I needed to adapt, I needed to adjust, and finally and foremost, I needed to accept that everything that happens here, I'm good with. So, how do you adjust and how do you adapt? You learn that when you invite somebody to a party, for example, and you say be there at 12, well, the Filipinos will sometimes interpret that as 24-hour cycle. It could be 12 o'clock tomorrow, they come knocking at the door. And you just accept it. You just roll with it.
Acceptance.
You have to have a temperament
Nice.
that is easy. If it's important for me, now I'm married to a Filipina. God love her. She's the greatest girl on the earth, but she is a victim, if you will, of Filipino time. And so I just lie to her. I tell her, if we're supposed to be somewhere at noon, I tell her we got to be there by 11, no later. And that's about the time she gets into the shower. And so by the time that's all finished with all the hair and everything, we're actually on time.
That's
but
good.
it took me a while to figure it out.
Wow.
All right, so that's where the little white lie comes in. That's how I deal with it. And if I'm on the receiving end, if I'm having people over, I just figure it's a range. So I figure anywhere between 12 and 5, for example, I'm good with it. If you show up at 2, 3, 4, no pressure. We just want to see you. We just want to spend time with you. And the longer, the better. But we're cutting it at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that's
Right?
good. Yeah.
That's how I deal with it.
I'm happy that you're able to accept it.
You have to, again, it's just a matter of adjusting. And it's a culture shock.
Yeah.
And again, where we come from is busy deadlines. You have to be there on time. Time is money is a big phrase that we use in the States. And out here, time is leisurely. Time is of your own. And so
I
you
love
don't
that.
really answer to anybody. If they're having a party at noon, well, it's still your day. You still own it. You want to get there at 1, you get there at 1. And so I've kind of learned that it's okay to be fashionably late.
Oh wow. But that's the reality here, guys.
It is. It's a reality. And again, you're not going to change it. You can scream and yell and stamp your foot all you want, but reality is just that. And it's a new culture. It's a new vibe. And if anything else, it teaches me to slow down and just take it easy.
Teaches you
and
to slow
not
down.
Stress.
Wow.
Yeah.
Slow down and not being stressed.
Yeah. Because you know what? It's like all of a sudden, if I'm late, quote unquote late, because they say the party starts or the whatever starts at noon, and I show up at 12:45, no one raises an eyebrow. The only time that there's an exception to that, if it's something super important like a wedding,
Yeah.
they're going to have the ceremony at noon.
Yeah.
We need to be there at 11:30
Sure.
and get seated. But if it's just a get together, a gathering, a little snacks and this and that and the other, a little birthday party or something to that effect. Hey, you show up when you show up, and I have found that
I love the grit.
I still own the day. It's still mine, and I get there when I get there. I still am very punctual, but I've learned that if I'm running late, I don't get upset or stressed out like, oh my God, we're going to be late and everybody's going to be mad because we're no longer there. We're here. And here, nobody gets mad if you're late because they were probably late getting started.
That's a good point.
I actually went to a party where the host showed up 2 hours after everybody got there.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's a big example.
yeah, and it's a true example.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Paul. Acceptance. You're not here to change people.
Yeah.
You're here to live your life.
Yeah. I left for a reason. I didn't like the way things were going. So I came over here And if I didn't like the way things were going here, I'd leave here.
Mm.
But it's my job as a foreigner, as a visitor, as a guest of somebody else's country, to abide by their laws, their rules, and I think more importantly, their customs,
Yeah.
and become part of the community.
Part of the community. I love that.
Yeah,
Now, you mentioned you came here for a reason.
yeah.
Few years back, let's
yeah.
rewind things.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is the main reason why you come to the Philippines?
Economics.
Wow.
Real quick, easy answer.
Wow.
I had two choices. I could work until I was 70
Oh.
because the Social Security that I qualify for, while it's still at a very good level, it's simply not enough to support a full retirement
Okay.
back home. To pay the rent, the car, the insurance, the HOAs,
Wow.
it's nonstop. So here, I had a choice. Do I want to pull my Social Security, not work anymore, and move to a place that was affordable under my Social Security? It's really quite simple. It's not. There wasn't a lot of thought put into it. I would have just had to continue to work.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have seen any real reason to pull my Social Security at 62 like I did.
Wow.
I would have just continued on with my job and then waited till I was 65 or 66 where I got more money.
Yeah.
Because if I'm working, I don't need to pull it. That might be a case there where I would want to let it roll and increase and increase and increase.
True.
And then the other option was to go ahead and pull it and then work part-time. But that wouldn't have satisfied me.
It cannot.
I wanted to be done. I
Wow.
was burnt out. I was tired. I didn't like the profession I was in. I did it for 30 years. I kind of did it against my will because I had obligations.
Oh.
And I found that it's not how much you make, it's how much you owe.
Yeah.
And so when I came over here, I came with a backpack and a suitcase, and those were my obligations. And all I did was I set up shop, and I found an apartment that was affordable. It was 1/3 what I would have paid in America. I saved my money until I could pay cash for a little scooter, and I paid for that scooter. And so I'm still making the same money. However, now I've got an apartment, I've got a paid-for scooter,
Wow.
and as the years progressed, one scooter turned into two,
Yeah.
two scooters turned into two scooters and a car,
Nice.
and then later down the road, marriage, and then later down the road, purchased land, paid cash for all of it.
Wow.
And so that is where my budget has never vacillated because I've never been impulsive. I've never gotten back into debt. I don't have a credit card debt except for about $35-40 a month on some reoccurring things that I subscribe to. And that comes up on my credit card. I just write a check every day for it. And I never buy anything over here on credit. My theory is on this financial thing, this whole budgetary issue, for me, that was such a priority, was that there's an old saying that men lead quiet lives of quiet desperation.
Oh.
And that quiet desperation is bills and obligations and being responsible for yourself, not only yourself, but usually for others.
Wow.
And so I no longer wanted to live in quiet desperation. I wanted to live with financial freedom. Once there's financial freedom, you don't have to be rich to be financially free. You can be very lower income like I am, and yet you can experience such a joy
Nice.
because there's no anchors, there's no burdens on my back.
Wow.
And you learn to go, not necessarily minimalist, but you find out that you don't own things. Things own you.
Oh,
And
wow.
you have to maintain them. You have to insure them. You have to put gas in them. You have to do all these things. And the less that you have as far as physical possessions, the more you will have as far as experiences and, more importantly, peace of mind.
Wow. Very deep.
That was me.
You are a man full of wisdom. Indeed. We have talked several times, and I always
We do
learn
have a
every
lot of
time we're
talk.
actually having conversation. And this is one of the conversations that most of the Westerners should know because you are already here.
I think they feel it. I'm currently, with no joy whatsoever, watching more and more of my fellow Americans my age enter into much more level of suffering, financial suffering, and the burden that's on them now, because what's not in their control is that little word inflation, where their paycheck would once cover the rent, the car payment, and the meals, food on the table, and any other obligations that you have. And now they're finding that there's just more than money because the rent has gone up, the price of rice has gone up, you know, the price of gasoline has gone up,
Yes, true.
insurance is doubling, medical insurance is off the hook.
Oh, wow.
People can't afford their own medication. They have to make a choice. Do I eat or do I get my medication for my heart or whatever their ailment might be? And that is just a situation that makes my heart cry when I see that with my fellow Americans, fellow senior citizens that are suffering so badly. You have to make a change. You have to take control. Is what I felt. And if I didn't want to work, I didn't feel like I was capable of keeping up the same pace that I always kept when I was in my 30s and my 40s. When I was in my 30s and my 40s, I was at my peak, and I was out to slay the world, and I did my best to do it. And now, I don't want to slay anything.
You wanted to have a peace of mind.
I just want to lay down. You know, I like the idea that if I want to leave the house, I do, and that I have a few dollars, like we were talking about, in my pocket,
Nice.
and I can go out, and that's my budget for the day.
Yeah,
And
nice.
we spend it. If we see it, we like it, we buy it. If we don't have the money for it, we pass on it.
Nice.
There's nothing that important.
Yeah,
And
nice.
other than time, your health, and again that peace of mind. And not that financial insecurity that we suffer from so much
That's very
throughout
deep.
our lives, man. I mean, you wake up and you say, "Oh my God, you know, I hope I keep my job, or I hope I get the promotion, or I hope I make that sale, because if I don't, I'm in real trouble." And so many Americans, I think 50% of my fellow countrymen don't have a month's worth of savings in a savings account.
Wow.
Something goes wrong with the car, there's a medical issue, there's just something unforeseen that comes in the mail or hits you from the left field that you didn't see coming, and they're not prepared. And they have to, what do? They have to put it on a credit card. And then they're building up more and more debt, and they're just indebting their future.
Sure.
When they should be relaxing and enjoying they're just burying themselves into a hole. And it's due to forces beyond their control.
Economics.
Economics. Economics.
Capitalism.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Paul, thank you so much for today. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure, JR.
You have given a very good advice to your fellow Americans or from the West, any person that would like to explore the Philippines.
Well, you know, it's not that I'm so smart or that I have the best advice that there is to offer. It's just that I've kind of been there and done that. I think I'm time tested.
Yeah.
I think 8 years, going on 9 years, is someone that's, as we say, boots on the ground, experienced it, lived it, smelt it, felt it, touched it, dealt with it, been there and done that. And so it's always better to learn from my mistakes than making your own.
You nailed
It's a
it.
lot less painful. Take it from me. Listen to all the things I did wrong and then just don't do it. That's my advice.
Thank you, Paul.
All right, buddy.
Thank you so much for your
Always
time.
good.
Thank you.
Always good.
See you around. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.